Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a material that's pretty much everywhere, but you almost never see it. It's this silent hero that literally powers our modern world, especially when things get extreme. So, let's just dive right in.
Okay, so just think about that for a second. You've got a spaceship engine, the phone in your pocket, and sterile tools a surgeon uses. I mean, these things seem like they're from completely different universes, right? But they all share this one secret connection. What on earth could it be?
And boom! There's your answer. Silicone rubber. This stuff is the definition of a versatile, high-performance material. It's the unseen workhorse tucked away inside our cars, our medical devices, our electronics, even in the food industry. It's that essential piece of the puzzle that lets all this tech just work.
We're calling it the unseen super material for a reason. It truly does its job in the background, making sure everything from your car to your kitchen oven works perfectly, and you probably never even knew it was there.
So what is this stuff really? Well, at its heart, silicone rubber is what's called a synthetic polymer. But here's the key. It has this really unique molecular structure. That's the secret sauce. It's what gives silicone all its power, and a huge advantage over other materials like natural rubber. All right, so let's get into what really makes this material so incredibly special. You can think of its properties as a set of secret superpowers, and each one makes it the go-to choice for some of the toughest jobs you can imagine. Let's break these superpowers down. First, you've got thermal stability. This means it just doesn't care if it's in blistering heat or freezing cold. Then there's chemical inertness, which means it can stand up to all sorts of harsh chemicals without breaking down. Its compression set recovery, that's amazing. It's like a memory foam that never ever forgets its shape. It always bounces back. And finally, its dielectric strength basically acts like a powerful force field against electricity, making it one of the best insulators out there.
Now, all these superpowers get put to work in a few different forms. So to make this easy, let's meet the team. Think of them as three specialized heroes, the three main types of silicone gaskets, and each one has its own personality and its own special mission.
First up, meet the bruiser. That's solid silicone. It's dense, it's tough, and it's built for those high-pressure jobs where you need the absolute maximum seal. Then, on the other side, you've got the adapter. That's sponge silicone. This one is super lightweight and compressible, which makes it perfect for sealing up tricky, uneven surfaces where you don't need a ton of force.
So what happens when a standard shape just isn't going to cut it? Well, that's when you call in the specialist, custom molded silicone. This hero is precision engineered for complex 3D jobs. Think intricate medical devices or critical aerospace parts, where the fit has to be absolutely, positively perfect.
Okay, so we've met the heroes, but where do they actually go to work? Let's take a look at how these different forms and all those superpowers come together to pull off critical missions in some of the most demanding industries around.
And I mean, they are everywhere. We're talking about the food we eat, the cars we drive, the phones we use, and the medicine that keeps us all healthy. In all of these areas, silicone gaskets are the critical, unsung heroes doing the hard work. Think about it. In the food industry, it's all about hygiene. In pharmaceuticals, a tiny high-purity gasket might be the only thing preventing contamination that could ruin an entire batch of medicine. In electronics, it's stopping your delicate computer chips from overheating. And in your car, a single failed engine seal could be the difference between a smooth ride and a total breakdown on the side of the road. Every single mission is critical. So we have our team of heroes, we know their missions, but how do engineers actually pick the right one for the job? This isn't just a random guess, it's a very precise engineering decision with a lot riding on it. And that really is the million-dollar question, right? You've got solid, you've got sponge, you've got custom options, not to mention different chemical grades. So how do you make sure you've picked the absolute perfect one for the job at hand?
Well, engineers basically have a checklist. They have to ask, how hot or cold is this thing going to get? What kinds of chemicals or oils will it touch? How much pressure does it need to handle? And finally, what's the actual shape of the space it needs to fill? Get any one of those wrong and you're heading straight for a failure. And believe me, the stakes are incredibly high. It's a fact that selecting the wrong gasket material or configuration can lead to premature failure and costly system downtime. And we're not just talking about a little drip. We're talking about a multi-million-dollar factory production line grinding to a dead stop, all because one tiny incorrect part failed. It's about safety, reliability, and frankly, a whole lot of money. So the next time you see some simple little rubber seal or gasket, maybe on your car or a piece of equipment, just remember the unseen super material at work. It's this tiny, sophisticated piece of engineering, chosen specifically for its superpowers, all to keep our world running safely and smoothly. Now that you know its secret, will you ever look at it the same way again?